Well, to the markets now, and a nervy start to the week given the 7-month lows we plumbed last week. Banks and healthcare stocks generally fared well, and there were plenty of domestic results to chew over, though mining and energy stocks found it heavy going. Tokyo's Nikkei seemed to shrug off the fact that Japan's economy is still shrinking, while Hong Kong's Hang Seng fell. It's home to some of the insurers who will foot the bill for the devastating explosions in Tianjin. And the Australian dollar is little changed against most of the major currencies, up against the euro though. And Ken Howard from Morgans joins me now from Brisbane. And Ken, as I said, a bit of a nervy start to the week, off the 7-month lows of last week, but not by much.
No, that's true. Only up about 10 points. It would have been good to see a stronger performance out of the market, and we certainly did start the day in a better mood. We're up about 30-odd points. So at some point, hopefully, the market's going to find its floor. We've got a host of really good companies declaring their results this week and next week, and declaring dividends. So hopefully that's enough there to reassure investors as to the outlook, because cash rates are pretty low out there, and I really think the attraction with the share market right now is those dividend yields. So we did see a bit of strength in the banks, but a few of them, like the Commonwealth Bank, will be going ex-dividend tomorrow, so they'll probably still be weak. But we should see, hopefully, a stronger market as the week unfolds.
Well, speaking of results and dividends, let's go to some of these specific stocks. Now, gold miner Newcrest first, and look, it's back in the black, but no dividend for shareholders yet.
Yeah, that's true. But actually, I think it's the right choice for the company to be making. The gold price has been on a bit of a slide for the last 4 years. It's down about 40%, and Newcrest has had its fair share of operational problems over the last couple of years. So I think they're clearly focused on keeping those operations running as smoothly as they can. They've reduced their operating costs by about $100 an ounce. They've actually reduced their US dollar debt by about $800 million. They still have about $3 billion in debt outstanding. So I'm sure the company's going to focus on sticking to the basics and getting out as much gold as cheaply as they can into the market, even though the margin's been under pressure, because they need to get that balance sheet well and truly paid down before they can start thinking about paying dividends, which I'm sure is what investors ultimately will be looking for.
All right. Well, now from gold to oil, which of course is another commodity that has dropped. Santos has been forced to deny it's planning a capital raising to shore up the balance sheet. Does the market believe it?
Probably not. I mean, it's probably fair enough to say that there's no capital raising coming with the result, which is due on Friday. It'll be interesting to see whether Santos actually declares a dividend this time around, given that the pressure the company's on with its large capital expansion program there, with the Gladstone LNG project still yet to produce first gas, although it's everything's on track for it to be producing gas. But they need to be paying down that debt.
And also, Asciano is in a trading halt pending news of a potential takeover bid. Can you take us through that?
Yeah, look, fingers crossed. A very large Canadian investor, Brookfield, will be looking at Asciano, and let's hope the Asciano shareholders that they look at a dual listing here in Australia. So Brookfield already indicated some weeks back that they were interested in Asciano, and there was a good run up in the share price, although investors had remained cautious. I think the initial indications was a $9 plus bid, and the Asciano share price was tracking around the $8 mark. So fingers crossed for Asciano shareholders. They're actually going to see a positive outcome, even though there's quite a few in the market who have been sceptical on that.
All right, Asciano results tomorrow. Ken Howard, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Tiki.